This is Megatron, leader of the Predacons, and you're watching a Dark Renegade video. Yes.
Transformers!
Been to a con before, so this is the first time for people. Sort of, kind of. So I think for Transformers fans, next year in Pasadena is another. They're having it in Pasadena, so if you want to book a trip down to California, that's a short commute for me. It's 10 minutes to get there. Possibly, yeah. They invited me this year, but I couldn't make that happen. So yeah. So I don't know how you want to do this. I'm not sure what the format is. We'll just start with questions, and we'll sort of take it from there. Anything about the show or anything, yeah. So you can line up and start if you want.
Hey,
hey.
How did you get the role in Beast Wars? Like, how did you get the role in Megatron?
The Megatron is Megatron. Have to get that out of the way right away. Okay, what year was that? 90-something? 96. Was it 96? So 95. Thank you. So 95, there was auditions that came around. There was, so I'm still living in Vancouver, and they were redoing. I never really saw it. I remember the G1 as a kid, kind of. I didn't have any idea what was expected, and it had this a stack of paper with pictures and dialogue, and this is what everybody saying, oh, this is a big thing, and I went and did the audition and just kind of played around. I auditioned for a lot of characters. In particular, they wanted me to read for Optimus, and they wanted me to read for Megatron, and it's sort of, I don't know, some things kind of speak to you, and I just sort of married a few different character voices and came up with the Megatron character. I added a couple affectations, elongated the words, and then I got a call back for both Optimus and Megatron, and then a few weeks later they cast me as Megs. Essentially, that's how it went. You know, yeah, thanks. Woo. Morning.
Yeah. Out of all the Megatrons you voiced, which one do you consider your favorite?
Of all the Megatrons?
Yeah.
Oh, the Beast Wars one.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know animes, where the Japanese anime, of course, you must know, we're told the cartoon's already done, so we have to come in afterward and provide the voice for it. So it's a little different. You can't really play around. With Megatron, you talk the thing, yes, and not dropping, oh, bring me, you know, you're playing around. But you haven't got a lot of time in the anime because the lip flap's already done. You know, give me the so it's a little bit different. Yeah.
So how did you feel when you were voicing the characters from Transformers animated?
That was weird because I wasn't living in Los Angeles at the time yet, but I was commuting a lot. I was on a lot of airplanes. You ever seen the movie Up in the Air with George Clooney?
Oh, yeah.
That was me, man. I had all the cards. I had a system. If anybody ever came with me on the airplane, it was like there was a problem because it was ruined my style. And I had the cards, and I had the whole thing going on, and I was missing my family, and so when the series happened and I was cast in it, that sort of solidified the move down there because no more airplanes for a while. But yeah, I thought it was going to be Megatron because they called back, and then the callback Sue was there, everybody was there, and Derek White was there. They're all behind the glass, and I did the thing, and then they're all sort of nodding and stuff, and I thought, oh well, maybe this will happen, maybe it won't. And then Sue goes, why don't you pick up Optimus and give Optimus a try, you know? And then we want him to sound kind of, you know, they said they give a reference like a Tom Hanks or a younger thing, and I didn't know what to do because I didn't read for it. So I sort of kind of did this thing in my own voice, and up in here it was a little younger than I wanted to go, and they're all like behind the glasses, and I thought, oh, this is weird. good guy? I was a bad guy. So yeah, and then I got the call a few weeks after that, and it was Optimus. It was wild. Yeah, here's a rubber duck. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hi.
Hey, it's good to see you.
You too.
I was kind of sad you didn't make it to TFcon, but then I got really jazzed for coming here, so
Thanks.
we're continuing the streak. I've seen you at conventions for the last
That's right.
couple
10
of
years
years.
or so.
10 years. Speaking of stalker, given that you moved down to LA, and unfortunately I'm not a good enough stalker to know if you're still living there. That's how I'm getting the answer to it. I'm wondering if you're hitting the point where, having lived in Canada for a while, now that you're living in the States, are you finding that weird thing where Canada's becoming like that other country you go to for trips rather than your homeland?
Yeah, sure. It's LA has always been a second home to me anyway. What I'm most proud of is my family, because when you uproot your kids who are have all their friends in Vancouver and West Van where we lived, you know, it's I'm real proud of that. And to me, it's like it's a second home. And it's been that way for like, probably 9, 10 years, and we've been living there now for 3 years. But it's you know, it's home. That's where you make your home. And the weird thing is that the people you see there are people that you know, are my heroes. Simon did a couple of Scooby-Doo episodes, and now Frank Welker, oh my God, Frank. You know, and he's the nicest guy in the world. And I work with Maurice LaMarche a lot. Tom Kenny, he's a good friend of mine, Phil Lamar. They're all great. So it's like yeah, it's your family, it's your support group. So no, but it is. It's the first time I've been back to Canada for a little bit. So it's nice to come home. I've had Harvey's. And I got to tell you, man, In-N-Out Burger is one of my favorite burgers in California. Harvey, I don't know what it is. Steve, my assistant's here. Say hi, Steve. There he is.
Optimus Prime? I'm sorry, Grimlock, but Autobot Terms is scouting Dinobot Island for remaining all-spark fragments. You just getting... they'll just get in your way. Why don't you try and make yourself a boom? Mighty all-spark! You're lucky.
2 cycles later.
Oh, sorry. You're lucky no one was hurt. What the slack were you thinking, Sentinel? Authorizing a transwarp generator experiment was foolhardy at best. I'm talking to you, Sentinel.
Slam.
Ever since Ultra Magnus announced you was next in line, that bot has been a jealous robo mess. So go easy on him, Cliffjumper. Believe it or not, I think his spark was in the right place this time. What was that eerie sound? Sounded like a sonic boom, but I fear it's an aftershock from that failed experiment. Hope nothing happened in there. Grimlock, you okay? Why Autobots make scary noise? Optimus, the TG experiment was 5 floors down. But that's close to... Oh, this is not good. Send a security team to meet me. In the sublevel of Fortress Maximus.
Beastwars Earth.
A transwarp explosion wave detected, and a flash signature, no less. Given these energy readings, it is neither the work of those pathetic Maximals, nor those arrogant aliens. This requires further investigation. And what's that? Computer dissipate. I say that? Computer, dissipate energy beam. Full spectrum amplification. What have we here? Multidimensional portals? Oh, how promising! Surely interpotential travel could not be enhanced. Surely interpotential travel could not be chanced with my current fools, or minions. But perhaps a more reliable ally can be found within the multiverse. And quite a powerful one. Yes.
Transformers Animated.